Ash from Tackle World Miami. A few beautiful snapper from last night. We're going to show you some tips and tricks, little things I've learned over the year that might just help you prep the fish better and use as much of the fish as we can. We want to see no waste, absolutely magnificent species, awesome fish, and we don't want to waste any of it today. We're going to prep these up, and I'll show you a few ideas that just might help you, your filleting techniques, and getting the most out of one of these awesome fish. Alright, first things, every fish has a forehand and a backhand, a side that you like to cut. Now what I choose to do is open the fish up slightly on both sides, you'll see in a minute, then flip it over. Once we take that whole slab off, these thicker fish, they end up getting bent, and when you do the backside, it all ends up a little bit pear-shaped. Just a little line where the scales join the top of that spine. It's a perfect little entry point. It's a nice little easy spot just to get your knife under and through, and just saves those scales and things. The scales is exactly what's just blunting things off all the way. So just going in an inch or so, right up to the back of the head. You go for the anal fin as well, just under that little slot there. Just little entry points. It just helps make things a whole lot better. All the way through. Slice him out and around, so that then we want to get right in the corner of this fin, right into the back of there. We don't want to waste any of this. We want to get all the way around as far as we can to the back of that wing. We're going to get to that one in a minute. Once I've done that much, I'm going to flip him over. Reasons why, because that side's now prepped and basically ready just to take off. See that? Makes it nice and easy. Underneath, nice sharp knife all the way. Right up around the back of the head, just into behind. There's a little hard bone there, right in the side of that. Flick those scales out the way so you don't blunt your knife. All the way through. And through. Same thing, just work your way out towards the tail. And then spin him around. Same thing, just where that anal fin is, there's a little gap there. Gives us a nice little entry point to work our way back and through. All right, get a slightly more flexible knife for this part, just so we stay down on the bone. Horses for courses with your knives. We can hit that spot there, go all the way through. Now, everyone's got different ideas when they get up to the rib cage. I'll show you something that I've learned over time that I find works really, really quite well. These guys here, Geosigny shears. So these guys here, I'm using, they save me a whole heap of work. They save me a lot of blunt knives, and I'll show you, it just helps you get that whole fillet off in one piece, nice and simple. So we've just taken the side off. These shears are absolutely insane. Just in there on the rib bone. Snip, snip. You can see how easy that is. They'll actually even cut the skin. We try not to cut the gut. And one in there. And there's that whole piece off, ribs and all. Absolutely ready to rock and roll. Lay him on there. We'll do the rest of him later. Because we've done the prep on this side, we've already done the edges. We're now just ready just to literally take that off on the back of the bone. All the way through. Up to that rib cage. There we go, another beautiful snapper fillet. I'm going to show you how to pop these wings out. They are absolute delicacy, one of the best parts of any fish, especially when they start to get to this size. And this is where these shears really do become effective. But I'm going to show you first, there's a really little slit line. You want a knife with a little bit of stiffness, because we're going to try and get in between the pivot point of his jaw. See, it's a hard flat bit there. So there's a little slit here. You lay your knife in here, just get in behind there. It's the connection point between the gills. We just got to get under that little bit of plate like that. See that? Start trying to hack through the bone. Just literally go between those two joins there. Slice that. Grab your shears. And this is where these shears are awesome. We're just going to snip this here. Like so. So the top snipped out. Roll him over, do the same on the other side. The same. that little side plate there, that is that join line. We've got to get just underneath that. See that there? Down and just underneath and into the back of the gill line. Once that's open, and there's all that good meat up in the back here, we don't want to waste any of that. It's just that tastiest. We're going to cook that up. First thing I actually eat when I get home is the wings and backbone. All that through. One more snip. All right, beautiful set of wings. I'm going to clean these up, then I'm going to show you how we split them and get the skin and the fins off, ready to roast up. All right, how we turn these awesome wings into something ready to chuck in the pan. Pretty simple. Nice split straight down the center. You want a good stiff knife for that. You want something with a bit of backbone behind it because there's a bit of brisket there to chop through. Bit of a crunch. Split that through. Break them open. Grab the old shears again. See how useful these are. Use them absolutely everywhere. There's the wings in 2 halves. Next step, I knock the fins off because when we cook these up, they don't taste so cool. So, the fins off, like so. The old shears make it absolutely easy. These aren't just chicken shears, Duo Signy proper shears that are made to get through fins that are tough. Fins are off. How do we get that skin off? Come in a bit closer, I'm going to show you a little spot. You can slip your finger and make the job a whole lot easier. Just underneath. On the inside, up before where the gills are, we just slide our finger in here. You'll see, skin will just roll off. I'll get my thumb, roll it under, break it through, till we get enough through, and we can pull back towards the top fin, roll it off, and then you can literally roll that part off like that, and there we go. Pretty much skinned off, nice wing. Same with the other one, just underneath. Just like that. Don't have to fight it, don't have to scale it, just get your thumb under it. Under and through. And then a nice little roll and peel. There we go. Couple of wings. Absolutely ready. They're the most divine part of the whole fish. We'll show you how to cook these up later. Alright, we're going to fillets off, our wings off. One more thing to do, there's a whole heap of backbone here that is absolutely divine. That's where the old shears come in again. You simply snip it through the back and through. Find the sections that you'll snip through. Get the old shears on the job again. Out the way and simply grab these fins. Snip those off there. Take the main bones with them. We just want to leave the backbone, alright? Those other little bones, the panes, same. Just shear this through. Simply is as simple as that. Take that through like that. That backbone, oh, black pepper, garlic, olive oil on the Weber. That's my first part of dinner tonight. Look at that. All those wings and backbones, veggies, Sunday night. Good times.